From Tucson, Arizona, village of the spring at the foot of the Black Mountain, this is In Broken English with Grísel Wilson. And now, your host, Grísel Wilson.
You guys are great. Thank you so much. Thank you. The salt peppers, everybody. Thank you. It has been exciting, all the responses to our show, and we are grateful to be back. As I promised, I will read some of the messages received about the waste to product, which was our previous show. This message is from Angela Rios. Congrats on your show. Thank you, Angela. One solution to the waste of produce is to eat potatoes and meat only. Well, Angela, that's a fine idea. But can you imagine eating only meat? I mean, we have a delicate system, and for sure, you don't want to clog it up. When you don't go to the bathroom for a while, you're in a bad mood. Your demeanor changes. You become extremely obnoxious. Don't believe me? Just try to have a conversation with the greatest meat eaters of Latin America.
¿Pero a qué te referís, boluda?
That's right. Okay, this one is from Jay. Grísel, the solution lays on regulations on how much the growers can grow. If we stop growing 1/4 of the produce, it most likely will reduce the waste. Wow. But if supermarkets only want the good-looking veggies, a part of what they have grown still will go to waste. But it's worth to take your idea in consideration.
That's right.
This one is from Adriana. To me, since most of the produce that was rescued comes from Mexico, why don't the growers donate that to the Mexican people that can afford even less than the American consumer? You know what? Start the conversation, America.
Right.
Yes. Right. And as I knew it would happen, I was sent correspondence about other topics. This person asked, why don't you have guests on your show? Oh, honey, our budget is so small that I have to clean up the studio when I'm done tonight.
Excuse me, Cinderella.
I know. Where's my magic pumpkin? Let's keep on going. This person says, I noticed you held your cup during the whole show. Were you nervous? I wasn't nervous at all. I was hoping someone would put some wine instead. I need wine to survive these political times. Besides, I'm getting older, and the first thing they tell you when you come to Arizona is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So I came up with a solution to drinking some relaxing wine and hydrating. Thank you, Lupita.
Wow, what is that?
This is my new invention, my water wine glass.
Water wine. Does it work?
Yeah, of course it works. I sip my wine here, and I turn it around and sip my water here, and it does not mix.
Wow.
Salud.
Salud.
I took this idea to the Sonoran Glass School here in Tucson, and Paul Understood designed it for me. Cheers.
Cheers.
For the ones that are thinking, oh, she's drinking on the job, let me assure you that this is nothing more than grape juice. Only it has been fermented for about 2 years, more or less. My next letter is from Tomasito. He's 9, and he tells me, I want you to tell your grandson that you're fine the way you are. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
You remind me of my tia Nela. Aw, my tia Nela had the same bulges around her waist. Bulges? And whenever we go for a walk, I place my elbow there and it feels cushiony. I love my tia Nela. Only because you're a child, you can get away with this, kid.
That's right.
Ouch.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I've been experiencing leg pain lately.
Leg pain?
I
Why?
know. I don't know. Maybe because I've been to too many football games lately.
Hashtag take a knee?
Yes.
Okay.
I was told that I don't look the same in pictures as I do in video. Specifically, that I'm fatter. That person wrote that I should have lost some weight before I started the show.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Can you imagine? Well, let me tell you, I'm the kind of woman that nobody tells me what to do. And when somebody told me to lose weight, I just eat more. Thank you so much, Lupita. Thank you. Have a great topic tonight for you. Stick around. The salt peppers, everybody.
Dale al blanco anunciando con nosotros. Advision Outdoor está para servir a la comunidad latinoamericana. Nuestro trabajo es ayudar a crecer a los negocios de Tucson, sur de Tucson, Marana, Condado de Pima y Nogales. Más de 22,000 personas pueden ver tu anuncio 7 días a la semana, 24 horas al día. Recuerda, tu éxito es nuestro éxito.
Advision Outdoor. Como mi ritmo no hay dos, conga y tambor, pedalidad del sabor.
You guys are great. Have I introduced you guys? I don't think I have. So let me tell you, Manny Brito is on the bass, Danny Brito, his brother, is on the drums, Amilcar Guevara is on the keyboard, and of course, JC Burgos is our lead singer. The Soul Peppers, everybody. I always like to thank the people who works with me for all the effort. So, to this wonderful crew, salud.
Salud. Salud.
Wow, I almost broke that thing. Our topic today is education.
Here we go.
I know. That's right. The most important factor that makes us civilized. In this case, I want to talk about education, the one that we need before we adopt a pet. More specifically, a dog. Why do I want to talk about it? Well, according to ASPCA, which means American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Did you guys get that? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Write it down.
In a study done in 2015, 6.5 million companion animals entered the shelters in the United States alone. 6.5 million pets, cheese and crackers. That's approximately the population of Jordan or El Salvador. Of those 6.5 million, 3.3 million are dogs. And of all those dogs, only 1.6 million get adopted, leaving almost 2 million to the mercy of fate or the good hearts of the people who care for them. Now, I don't want to get too deep into the data because, as you know, that will make all of us depressed, right?
Yeah. Right.
But why is this happening? What are we doing or not doing that has made this matter worse? Let me start by saying that we have 2 dogs at home, Irene and Zoe, both adopted. They make our days interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah.
More like cuckoo, right?
Well, interesting sounds better. Anyway, Irene is a very sweet lab pit mix that all she wants is eat and sleep.
Beautiful.
I know. Zoe, on the other hand, Zoe has the attitude of a millennial. She acts as if it's our obligation to give her what she deserves. Cree que le tenemos que dar todo lo que quiere.
I don't want crunchies, Mom. I want chicken. Chicken, I said.
Can you believe these lads?
Man, if I talk like that to my vulture mother, she would knock me down from my perch with an infamous chancla voladora.
Wait, you mean infamous chancla voladora?
Whatever, man. Infamous, infamous, it's written the same way.
By golly.
Those were Siegfried and Pancho, everybody.
Yes.
They're funny. We paid at the pound $14 for Zoe's adoption. She was this lovely puppy with beautiful black eyes that would close when I hugged her. Oh, I know. Well, she has destroyed our home, eaten all our good shoes, destroyed all of our reading glasses 3 times, and has stolen more food from the kitchen counter than a stray dog at la fiesta del pueblo. My nails are destroyed fixing all the irrigation pulled apart and chewed by this lovely dog. These nails are fake. You might be thinking they're not, but yes, they are.
Drop it, Zoe. Drop it.
I got her when she was a puppy against the advice of my husband. In my mind, Zoe was going to become this sweet dog who just waited for me at home and followed me everywhere. Well, she follows me all right, but when I'm not looking, she has just one plan: chew everything in sight. And she has also gotten in trouble following bees in the garden. Yeah. This should be called the Owl Show. First thing you need to learn when you decide to adopt a pet from a shelter, you have to know that these pets were abandoned by the original humans. From that point on, they need even more care and understanding than the ones that were born into a family. These pets have already felt rejection and their behavior most likely has changed. Some dogs are returned to the shelter because of aggression and other behavioral problems.
First they tell you they love you, and then they just leave you behind.
Let's go back to the dogs, should we? These are some of the things you need to know. Where does the dog you want come from? What breed or mix of breed it is? What medical problems it has? And whatever other information the shelter can give you. If you don't do your homework, most likely that pet will return to the shelter.
So who contributes to this problem?
Well, parents, they can say no to their little brats, kids.
Or nagging wives?
Okay, now, puppy meals.
Now we're navigating in murky waters.
Well, that's a problem on its own. I could spend 2 or 3 shows talking about it. Puppy meals need to disappear. They are a disgrace.
Yes.
Some college students are a big part of the problem too. See, being in college is very stressful for many of them. They feel homesick, so they most likely would adopt or buy a pet. And unless the college is pet friendly, those pets, especially those dogs, are in for a not so happy time. Most of them will have to be left alone in the dorms, preventing them to live a more sociable life. Besides, most college students have a hard time supporting themselves. How do I know this?
Let me guess. You Googled it?
I know me well. During the time the students are in session, more boxes of ramen noodles and also mac and cheese are sold than at any other time in the year. See, if a student is eating that badly, how can he or she feed a doggy? Even less to keep up to date with all the medical needs it has. Treats? Forget it. You cannot feed mac and cheese to your pooch. That's a big no-no. Some of these students leave their pets behind when school is over. Whether they give them to someone else, return them to the shelter, which is most likely the best decision, or many of them just cut them loose on the streets when school is over. Aww. I know. There are colleges that take this seriously and try to educate their students about it. But education should have been given to the students since elementary school, even more at home by responsible parents. Yep. The implications about adopting or buying a puppy or adult dog are serious. You need to know all the elements to be successful in taking care of a pet. You need money, patience, education, and most of all, a true love for a living thing. Let's take a quick break.
Agárrese mi gente que la cosa se puso buena y el ambiente aquí en Broken English, ahí te lo digo, pero qué rico broken English.
Wow, I feel like dancing with this music. I had an interview with Cynthia Franco of Pima Animal Care Center of Tucson, and this is what she had to say.
My name's Cynthia Franco. I'm an animal care technician here at Pima Animal Care Center, and I went to the University of Arizona and studied veterinary sciences. Oh, here we have around 1,000 animals that are adopted each year. 60% of them are dogs, the rest of them are cats. So right now we have a 90% live release rate is what we call it.
And Cynthia is talking about local numbers. Can you imagine what the numbers are in Latin America? All you need to do is go to any Latin American country and see, not the stray dogs who wander aimlessly in the streets, but the lack of compassion of the population.
That's horrible.
Here in Tucson, Arizona, there are many shelters that take in these pets. Some of them are no-kill shelters. That means that they will let the dogs stay in there if they don't get adopted until the day they die of natural causes or disease. Now, who pays for these shelters to keep up their good work?
I know that one. Donations.
There you go. Round of applause for Manny.
So the funds are mostly based off of Pima County, so we're county ran, but a lot of the budget that the county has for us, we can't really buy a lot of machines or things that we need for our medical patients or our critical patients. So we have a nonprofit organization, Best Friends of PAC, which is a nonprofit and also has a lot of fundraisers for us and give us a lot of the things that the county can.
It's not easy, but definitely there is people who really cares for them. The earlier the kids start helping, the more educated they become. Let's take a listen.
My name is Emma Marie Burgos. I'm 13 and I volunteer at the Pima Animal Care Center in the Generations program. The Generation program is a program that Pima Animal Care Center created for kids 11 to 15. And what we do is we walk dogs. I like the Generation program because it helps me get a point of view of what I'm going to do when I grow up, because when I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian. Well, I recommend to the parents to get their kids involved in the Pima Animal Care Center. It really builds character and you give back to your community.
Here's my invitation to you. Look up your nearest shelter and find out, how to help prevent this problem. Spay and neuter your pets so you can give them the love and care they so much need. Report stray pets to a shelter nearby. Don't have more pets than your pocket can afford. I understand if you would like to help every single one of them, but remember, you need resources to do so.
Si no tienen el dinero para mantenerlos, no los compren porque así es como estuvieran en la calle.
Exactly. And finally, if you're not an animal lover and you mistreat your pet, run to the nearest shelter and give up that poor baby. And if that doesn't work and you still mistreat animals, run to your psychiatrist to get help, or the law will catch up with you sooner than later.
Go ahead, punk. I double dare you.
Yeah. Send me your suggestions and stick to the topic. Focus, people. What was I saying? Se me fue el rollo otra vez. Yeah. Our deepest thanks to our sponsor, Vision Outdoor. Remember to live your life respecting others so you can get the respect you deserve. The salt peppers, everybody.
La llama de nuestro mundo es cada vez más fría. Y no comprendo qué pasó con esa niña que un día me cautivó y que fue de la magia sublime de tus besos, corazón. Quisiera comprender por qué te marchas hoy de mí, echando por la borda lo construido. Pero si amas algo, tienes que dejarlo ir. Así que ve y encuentra lo que has perdido. Busca otro calor, busca otra piel, busca en otros brazos el sabor a miel, ese cariño que anhela tu ser. Busca en otros labios la pasión que te llenen de vida y de razón. Ve y encuentra el sublime amor.